Okay, I hope you can see me. If you can't, you can hear me. If you want to start losing weight like now, then listen to this. And even though I'm sweaty and I'm going to talk a little bit about exercise, this has absolutely nothing to do with exercise. Um, I just left Zumba, and I promise I did not want to go to Zumba today. It took everything in me to force me to go to Zumba. But it also made me want to talk to you about getting your mind right in order to lose weight. So, when you think about losing weight, you have to think about who you're becoming. I say this all the time, but think very detailed about who you're becoming and who you want to be, and who that person is after you've lost the weight. Think about that as a whole different person outside of yourself, because you can't imagine how you're going to get from where you are now to where you want to be. So when you think about who you're becoming, when you think about who you want to be, you have to think about what are the habits, what are the desires, what are the likes, the dislikes, the look, the environment, right? So think about all of those things. And to put it into context, I want you to think about it like this. So for me, who I am becoming enjoys Zumba. So how am I supposed to enjoy Zumba if I never go, right? You have to be who you're becoming. In order to be that person, you have to become that person. So if I am going to be a Zumba enthusiast or a yogi, then I have to practice those activities and I have to do those things. But it's not just about exercise. It's also about my house is organized when I become who I'm becoming, right? So like last weekend I looked, my pantry was a hot mess. Like I couldn't find anything in there. And it just wasn't organized. And I kept saying to myself, I'm going to get all these special canisters and I'm going to measure it out and I'm going to redesign the pantry. That's unnecessary. All I really needed to do was organize the pantry, because being who I am becoming, I have an organized pantry. So think about it in terms of when you get a new home, or for people who love their cars, when they get a new car, when you get a new home, even if it's like your first apartment. I know my first apartment, I knew that floor plan. And before I got my keys, I was excited to think about like what furniture I was going to put where and what it was going to look like and what was my aesthetic going to be. It's the same thing, except for we're not talking about a place you're going to live or your dream home. We're talking about your vessel. We're talking about the temple that God has given you, and you are shaping it. You're changing it to become what it was meant to be. So once you get to your destination, to your goal weight, it's really not about the weight. It's really about the life you're going to lead. So just think about the habits that you have once you reach that goal, and what are you doing? What are you thinking? How are you living? And go ahead now and start making those changes, because that's not about what you eat. It's not necessarily about how you move. It could be about tons of things. It could be about how you dress, how often you wear makeup, how you style your hair, what type of mom you are, what type of wife or girlfriend you are. All of those things have a look or a style to them once you become who you're becoming. So be who you're becoming. Be that person now. If you're like me, that means get off your butt, go to Zumba. You'll feel much better after it. If you are if you are a part of my email program, then after watching this video, go back and do baby steps again, because I think just having this in your mind will possibly help to go a little deeper on that exercise. For now, that is it. Be well. Take care.